drifting. Oh, right. I just had to take a moment here before we get into everything about this bad boy, what's in front of me. I know it's out of the box already, eh? It's going to cut back right into the box. You get to see me open it, but I have to do a huge shout out. This is super exciting. I mean, we are doing our very first sponsored video. Can you believe that shit? So, big shout out, Aiden over at 88 RC Hobbies. As far as I know, he doesn't have a website or nothing yet. He does pretty much all his business off of Facebook, so I'll put a link in the description below, and make sure to head over to Facebook and get a hold of Aiden. Let him know that Ruckus sent you, because he sponsored this here video today. So just a quick little thing about 88 RC and Hobby. He is an official seller of Boom Racing products. And man, they got some nice products. I was looking on their website. Basically, he just said whatever they got, he can get it, and he keeps a lot of it in stock. He also does pro build wheels. That's actually how I first met Aiden. I got a hold of him a while ago because I saw them online, and again, I saw him on Facebook and knew he was a part of the community locally. So I like to work, in and out. If I can't find what I need locally, then I start trying to source things out further out. But I always like to try to keep my money into the local economy, and I was more than happy to get a hold of Aiden. Hook me up with those pro build wheels, and those are the wheels you've seen on the Capra if you've seen the other videos, and man, those wheels are awesome. Love them, and I beat the shit out of them. They put up with everything, so highly recommend. I can recommend them pro build wheels. He also clearly sells MST products, so he can get RTRs and he can get parts, kits, whatever you need, get a hold of him. And again, he also sells Hobby Wing products, so again, get a hold of him. Aiden, I'm going to be calling on you soon, man. Hopefully, maybe, let's see, you can get sponsoring another video, because I want me one of them Fusion Pros for the base camp. But that's not what today's about. Today's about drifting and about the sponsor of the day, which is 88 RC Hobbies. He started off from mainly doing crawler stuff, and still does the crawler stuff, but has moved over to a lot of drift stuff. Does wheels, upgrades, everything. So please, as I've mentioned again, head on over Facebook. I'll have a link in the description below. Aiden at 88 RC Hobbies. Really appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you being the first official sponsor for a video too. So without further ado, let's get this, back in the box and get her opened up. Okay, welcome everybody. Hope you're having a good one today, because I am frickin' bursting. So, I mean, I wish this box was a surprise, but if you read the title, then you know what's going on here, and this is a pretty amazing one. In the past, you know me as well for unboxing, mail day videos. I don't like getting it right out of the package, but considering how this one is, I wanted to open it right up in front of everybody and see how it is. So before we get into that, though, I just wanted to bring up big shout out to Jesse over at Blind Guy RC. I've been loving his content for pretty much the entire time I've been watching RC content on YouTube. Fortunate enough to have actually, kind of befriended each other online lately, and he noticed on my desk, I got all these stickers here, and he was like, hey, you're missing Blind Guy Racing sticker. No, sorry, not Racing, Blind Guy RC sticker. And I was like, man, if you can get me a sticker, I would be more than happy to slap that on there, and boom. Look at that. He sent us one of the big bad boys, Blind Guy RC. So Jesse, man, if you're watching this, much appreciated, dude. Love you, brother. I appreciate that, man, you've been around in the hobby for so long, and you've come to check out my channel, and, we've been interacting with each other. It means a lot to me. It really does. It means a lot to me, all y'all watching, period. And it also means a lot to me having other content creators actually taking time out of their schedule to come over and check out the channel. So, Blind Guy RC, if you haven't, go over there, check him out. Jesse's a great dude. Hit a sub, watch some videos, leave a comment, and yeah, big guy going on the desk. And he even sent some little scalers, so there's some pretty good sized ones in there. So guarantee there's going to be a couple going on the Capra, maybe one on a 24. We'll see where they go. So big shout out, Blind Guy RC. Go check him out. Great guy. But the main reason, the reason you're all here, I even wrote a list of stuff because I wanted to get my info straight. So here we go. The main event, the MST RMX 2.0 kit RTR-ish. So let me describe that situation. So like most people, I mean, I was watching some YouTube on drifting, looking at it, because I've been seeing people on Facebook, you know, they're loving the drifting's kind of blowing up in the city that I'm closest to. And yeah, doing a little bit of YouTubing, it seemed like that MST RMX RTR, like if you don't know much about drifting, which I know nothing about drifting, even after a couple of weeks of watching YouTube videos, I mean, I know nothing. And so it felt like, you know, that was a pretty good one. The MST RMX 2.0 kit. I was looking it up. I found actually there was a 2.5 kit, and I actually found a pretty good deal on too on the old internets. But then I remembered Aiden over at 88 RC Hobbies. I'm like, that guy, when I first met him, was into crawlers, and lately he's been getting way into drifting too. So I sent him a message, and he was like, well, I could probably get it in if you want. He's like, but if you're interested, he's like, I am building a kit that I was going to use as a renter, but I mean, everything's for sale, so if you want to work something out, and I'm not going to lie, like, my fucking little fireworks were going off, because originally, like, I like to be a good used deal, so I was looking on the marketplace to buy and sells, but again, knowing nothing about drifting, I didn't really want to get into the headache of potentially buying a lemon, and then, you know, having a bad situation getting into drifting, so I was just going to get a brand new one. Figured even if it wasn't that great, I could work up from there. But after talking to Aiden, yeah, he basically had a kit that he was putting together, that he finished putting together to sell me basically a kit RTR. So let's stop yapping about it and get this out of here, because oh my god. So we got ourselves the MST BMW wide body. Does it say on here what year it is? I know it's an 80s. And I know it's an 80s BMW. Yeah. E30 RB. I don't know. I'm horrible with all that kind of stuff. I'll tell you this. It's a fucking 80s BMW wide body. And it is freaking gorgeous. So, yeah, we got that. Gonna have to wait. We don't got the paint yet, so I don't think this is gonna be a full, you know, put together kind of ready to go video. Got some cutting to do in here and trimming and whatnot, but I'm so excited to get the paints. A little secret, maybe? I don't know, not a secret, but a surprise. So stay tuned in the future for that body getting done, because I do got a pretty good plan. If you've seen my Toyota base camp I've put together, you know I like doing kind of crazy color schemes and doing weathering and stuff. At least I'm trying, so got a couple ideas for that bad boy. So let's keep getting in here. Great packaging from Aiden. Thank you very much, sir. Took like no time at all. I live in a small community on the coast, and Aiden's over in the city, and he packaged it up Monday, and I got it Wednesday morning. Like, literally, that's why I'm kind of filming it here on, like, you know, we usually do it in the kitchen on the big counter. Cat's at work, and I was too excited to wait. So, he also sent us a battery, 4,300 milliamp stubby pack battery. So, cool. I mean, again, on the internet, people are saying lots of other things. Not as much. Some people tend to like the longer batteries because they're saying that they can feel it kind of push them a little bit more. But more people like the shorter stubby packs. And I kind of agree with that, because I think you should be able to dial in your car to drift the way you want it to without needing the weight of a big battery, you know, kind of pushing you. Because you want your rear end kicking out, not the side. So, yeah. Ooh, she's got some weight to it. Yes, she does. So, like I say, this is like all new to me. I know nothing. Even after a couple of weeks of watching YouTube videos, I am so amateur at this. But boom, would you look at that. So, here we go. MST RMX 2.0 kit with the BBS kind of wheels in there. And you'll see there is some workage on there. So basically, Aiden asked me if he wanted me to just, like, you know, slap it together quickly and send it out as quick as possible. And then, you know, I did mention that I'm new to the hobby and I don't know much about drifting. So he was actually nice enough to offer to take it to the underground that he is a regular at. and dialed it in for me. So he actually went out and spent some time on the track to get this car a true drift RTR. And as you can see, he has adjusted the camber. So let's go over what he did here, because yeah, this is a kit. It's not an actual RTR, but he made it for me, you know, a little Ruckus RTR. So, as I mentioned, MST RMX 2.0 kit. And then it's the kit. He also added a turnbuckle kit, which I'm not 100% on. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that more. Isn't that something to do with the servo and stuff? Again, like I say, I'm pretty bad with all this shit. But it's got a turnbuckle kit in it. It's got a ball rear, or no, I don't know rear, but a ball differential, a rear diffuser, which is this guy here. And what else we got going on? Aluminum shocks, which seem to, you know, I mean, it's bottoming out. We'll see what it's like when I'm drifting around. Might want to stiffen that up a little bit, which isn't a problem. It looks like they're all adjustable. And yeah, like I mentioned, the BBS rims, they are black. I actually used to own a 05 G35, and it came with BBS mock rims on it, but they were the gold ones, and it's not usually my style, but the G35 was a pearl white with the gold rims. I fucking love the look of it. So I don't know, I might actually paint that black like a copper color or something. We'll see. That's actually kind of a cool idea. So yeah, and he has the Hobbywing Turbo Tunable ESC. He got it mounted back here and a fan in it. Nice. I wasn't sure about that. So that is awesome. And the Hobbywing 10.5T brushless motor, which from what I gather is basically the stock motor. And honestly, I'm fine with that because I am new to the hobby. I would like to work my way up to a more powerful drifter instead of just like going ham right off the get-go, because I am going to be practicing and practicing because my goal is to be able to do this as quick as possible. I want to be flying around the track. So let's work our way up to that. Let's not just start flying and crash right away. So yeah, he was just trying to put it within a reasonable budget, which he really did. He really did. So you're interested, go over to 88 RC Hobbies and talk to Aiden on Facebook, because he's got a lot of stuff to do with drifting and crawlers, and I mean, we got on into all that already, so it's all good. But yeah, so, and then to steer everything, we got the Power HD Low Pro Servo. So you can see it in there. It is nice and snug. Again, from watching YouTube videos, I know that's kind of an issue with fitting everything in there. The gyro, the servo, the receiver, the battery, all in that little area. So I'm sure that low profile will help. One thing I have noticed, though, is a lot of people like to have more of a longer kind of arm setup. I heard that gives you a kind of a more, like, you know, clean steering. And this one, the horn is like right there. The steering arm is very short. So we'll see. If I don't like how that feels, I'll look into getting an extended steering arm for it. But another thing he did add in to help me with the budget is he asked if I needed a radio, and I said, I got my FlySky GT5. So he added in the receiver for the FlySky GT5. And yeah, I mean, that radio is just so silky smooth. Hopefully that will get rid of a bit of the, you know, the touchiness that I've heard of. Again, I've heard of this. These aren't things I've experienced. One thing, too, I'd say about this, I'd assume that carries over from the full-size scene, is it looks like it's a skill. Like, let's be honest, it looks like you got to practice and you got to get good at drifting if you want to get those sick lines all linking in together. So, I mean, I would take anybody's personal opinion on stuff with a grain of salt. Like, yeah, might not have worked great for them. It's not to say that, you know, maybe they just didn't practice hard enough or good enough, and maybe it'll work fine for you. Same with surfaces. Some surfaces are going to be grippier than others, slipperier than others. It's not to say you can't practice and adjust your skill to work with it. But I mean, of course, we're going to be getting different tires and all that kind of stuff later in the future. But let's carry on. So we also got the Yokomo Gyro, which you can see. Ooh, excuse me, getting all excited and choked up here. You can see that down there. And then, yeah, the Stubby we already mentioned. The FlySky we already mentioned. The BMW we already mentioned. So, damn. I mean, that's pretty sweet. I gotta say, for somebody just getting into the hobby, I mean, for all I know, that could be a bunch of garbage, but I don't think it is. I trust Aiden. He's a good guy. He set it up. I'll add it in right after I'm done rambling. He sent me a little video clip of him drifting this bad boy down the track. So, one thing I just noticed Yeah. He was supposed to add in some magnetic body mounts. Oh. One more thing in the box. So, to set everything all up with that beautiful BMW, because I really didn't want to have to drill holes in it, he did add in a magnetic body mount kit. There it is. I apologize. He did not forget the body mounts. They're still in the box. So, yeah. I don't know. It's not going to be painted in this video because I'm not going to get the paints until next week, and I'm not going to just sit here and not, play around with this thing because I've never done it. So, after all this rambling, let's get the magnet mount on there. Let's get the body mounted up at least, trimmed, get all that so it's prepped for paint. And then, I don't know, watching some YouTube videos again, like I was saying, everybody's got different kind of ideas on things. Some people were saying the stock tires were working great on carpet. Some people were saying they're working great on, concrete. I told Aiden I don't have a club out here, so there will more than likely I'll just be in a parking lot playing with this thing at first. He said these should do good on concrete. In my house, we have that really thin kind of carpet that you would kind of find in an office building. So, if you've seen the videos, we got shotgun here. It's a big hairy wolf. We got a lot of hair in here. So I'm going to vacuum up and clean up the floor as best I can. I'm going to go in the kitchen because we kind of got a space in there big enough to do some donuts. So, yeah, let's get this body mounted. Let me do some cleaning off camera. And then let's come back and see what I can do. Am I going to be a DK or are we going to be eating at BK? Let's fucking find out here. I'll see you all then. All right, welcome back, everybody. Please do not judge me for my dirty living room and my lack of drifting skills. So, I did a little testing. Yeah, the tires that come with this thing definitely work better on my carpet. I tried it in the kitchen. It was too slippery, no traction. And yeah, so the little YouTube videos I saw, they said to start simple. Just try and do a donut. If you can do a consistent donut, then you're on your way. I can't do it. I can't do it. I haven't been messing around too much, but I did practice for a little bit before this. And so far I'm rubbish. What can I say? Ooh. So we got Shotgun's Kong there, got the floor all vacuumed. I mean, I'm still nervous about shotgun hairs. Ooh. But yeah, so I don't know, like anything, it's a skill for sure. I didn't expect to be fucking DK. Like I said, would you be DK or eating at BK? I had a feeling we'd be eating at BK tonight, which I'm joking because I live in a small area. We have no BK. But regardless, we'll get there. We'll get there. So it's good to know, too. I mean, I'm going to have to keep an eye on everything, make sure they don't get too much shotgun hairs in them. But as long as I do some vacuuming and clear out the living room, we got enough space to do something. Whew, maybe that's just it. Maybe we're not giving it enough. I mean, we are drifting, by the way. We don't do it slowly. So, yeah, fuck. Shotgun's Kong there is just getting hit repeatedly. I had a little cone kind of thing, but it was just so small. Ooh, oh, that was a big hit. Every time I'd hit it, I have to reset it. At least the Kong is too big to get bound up. So, yeah, I don't know. Give me some time here. We'll get it. I'm sure this thing needs to be dialed in a bit more. Aiden did take it to the track and tune it in, but he also tuned it in for his radio, and now I got my flash guy. I got the trims and the end points as good as I could, but I mean, I'm no expert. I'm pretty bad at that stuff, even with the crawlers, so yeah. So yeah, like I say, I apologize. Try not to judge me too harshly. I mean, I'll get there. Some big donuts around it. So yeah, I mean, we're not getting consistent donuts, and I'm far from the point where I can do a figure eight. Oh yeah. So that's too. I don't know if that's trimming or driver skill, or sometimes it just doesn't seem like it's really turning when it should. So yeah, I don't know. Just give me some time with this thing, and hopefully by our next drift video, I'm doing a little bit better. Because hopefully in the near future here, I can get my butt over to the city and we can get to one of those drift clubs. Ooh, get some crawling now. Get wheels off the ground. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still pretty stoked. And of course, we're just running the chassis right now. It's going to take probably until next week for me to get the paints, to get the body done. So I'm going to start with the trimming and all that, get it mounted. And then hopefully we can get that paint here next week. It shouldn't take me more than a couple days, hopefully, if I'm not back to work by that point, to get it done. And I'll just keep practicing like this for now. And here we go. I mean, that's not a consistent slide, but let's get some more gusto. Here we go. I mean, not the worst. The more we do it, the better I'm getting. I am trying to talk here at the same time, not giving it 100%, but yeah, I don't know. I'm confident. I'm confident with some time here. We'll be DKing. We'll be DKing. Here, can we get in here? Whoa. Oh! I gotta be careful. I don't want to be hitting too much stuff either. I don't got the body on yet. But yeah, so we'll call that my first ever drift video. The unboxing MST RMX 2.0 kit with the Hobby Wing motor, ESC, Power HD, Low Pro Servo, Yokomo? Sorry, is that the name of the gyro? I already forgot. I don't have my paper with me right now. But yeah, so again, another big shout out to Aiden over at 88 RC Hobbies. Go check him out. Link is in the description. He's got a Facebook group. Great guy. Like I said, he did tune it up, so it was pretty much good to go, but a couple little funny things right out of the box, and he was more than happy to chat with me online, and we got it sorted out. So again, just Aiden, if you're watching, man, thank you. This is a pretty good introduction to the hobby, the drifting side of things, and yeah, woo! That brushless power! So give me some time to get better, and I'll catch you all in the next one. We got that body ready to go. Until then, be good, y'all. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Enjoy the time you got. It's the only time we are promised. So, yeah. I'm stoked. Maybe next one we'll be out in the parking lot somewhere with that sexy-ass BMW. So until then, just be good. And there's a lot of crawling on the way as well. So this channel is just expanded. We are crawling. We are drifting. We got a boat for the summertime. I guess the next thing is tackling some aviation, but I told Kat, I mean, I got the trucks, I got the cars, she gets the boats and the planes, so we'll see. Yeah, until then though, woo, keep it real, y'all.